parodies. They can be fantastic when they satirize the source material in a great way. Family Guy has done tons of parodies of popular media, like the original Star Wars trilogy with Blue Harvest, Something Something Dark Side, and It's a Trap. Those specials are iconic. However, sometimes Family Guy misses the mark, especially with their TV show anthology episodes, which they keep doing as of recent for whatever reason. An infamous example of this in my eyes was the Breaking Bad parody they did in their Emmy anthology episode all the way back in 2017. At first glance, I was excited at the prospect of a Breaking Bad parody with the Griffin family and supporting cast filling the roles. However, the segment is unfortunately a massive disappointment. The problem with this segment of the episode is that it doesn't really satirize Breaking Bad in a meaningful way. Rather, it simply points out tropes that are in Breaking Bad itself and mentions other random shows. One good thing I'll say though is this Family Guy segment does manage to recreate the visuals of Breaking Bad quite well. However, I did not get many chuckles from it. The start of the segment spoofs a cold open you'd typically see from a Breaking Bad episode. We then cut to the family. Peter fills the role of Walt, and the other Griffins are dressed as Walter White's family. Well, aside from Meg, who fills the role of a character from Homeland, after seeing Lois needs to pay bills, while also hiding a cancer diagnosis from her, this leads to him selling drugs. He works alongside Cleveland Brown, who fills Jesse's role, sort of. When they first meet, he asks if Peter is wearing a The Wire, which is a reference to an HBO crime drama of the same name. As the segment goes on, rather than tell jokes, it just reiterates that this is a Breaking Bad parody. Actually, scratch that. The joke instead is this is a parody of crime dramas as characters drop names of shows in that genre. The two then form a partnership and rob a meth lab. There's a joke about Cleveland mentioning a shootout they are going to do in a meth lab, and he says this:
Kill anything that moves.
Even a kid?
Especially a kid. You gotta kill a kid at least once a season to make people go, "Oh, I can't believe they killed a kid!"
Peter then shoots a kid as he escapes. This joke, which I say in quotes, is an example of this segment simply addressing obvious things that happen in a crime drama. They do this for like the entire runtime. The segment has story beats from Breaking Bad that are shown, but Family Guy has nothing nuanced to say about them. Joe fills Hank's role, I guess, but he's hardly in this segment, so that is not fair for me to say. He confronts Peter when he sees his cash and shows up to reference a totally different drama called Mr. Robot. This joke is funny though.
Mr. Robot.
Chicken!
Let's get back in the house.
With Joe taking the money, Peter and Lois team up to kill him for revenge. Lois is then revealed to be a parody of a Orange is the New Black character in this segment. This scene parodying Orange is the New Black, along with Meg's that is spoofing Homeland, are my problem with this episode. It fails to commit to the idea of a Breaking Bad parody and wants to spoof other shows as well. Joe gets shot at the end by Peter, and then the Night King from Game of Thrones and a dragon show up for like no reason. This parody sucked. I'm not mad about it. There's worse Family Guy episodes out there obviously, but my disappointment after watching it was immeasurable, and now my day is ruined. A Family Guy Breaking Bad parody had a lot of potential. We could have had a funny segment where characters fill various roles from the series. Like maybe we could have Quagmire parody Saul Goodman. Sadly though, this episode really missed the mark. However, luckily there's another Seth MacFarlane father show that did a unique Breaking Bad subplot that honored the series way better. That show being American Dad, and the episode You Gotta Strike for Your Right. The subplot is about Francine, Steve, Roger, and Klaus watching Breaking Bad backwards, only for them to learn that there's a subliminal message when they reverse the show.
This is Vince Gilligan, creator of Breaking Bad. And if you're hearing this, that means you're watching my show backwards, the right way.
See?
Breaking Bad is never meant to be a highly acclaimed, tautly paced television show. It's a treasure map.
What's cool about this episode is Vince voices himself in it too. He calls them reversos and tells them to go to Albuquerque, New Mexico, the place where Breaking Bad was filmed. This segment, while not having the Smiths fill the role of Breaking Bad characters, is a far better tribute to the acclaimed AMC drama. It's here we get Roger dressed as Jesse Pinkman, which is a nice reference. At first, the Smiths doubt the treasure is real and fear a cop will arrest them for driving backwards. However, the cop is impressed they are reversos and gives them their first clue to Vince's treasure. They then drive through the car wash from the series and we get another clue. I love how there's a guy there who resembles Bogdan from the show.
Fuck you! And your eyebrows!
The Smiths get clues off screen and find the treasure, which is in the pocket of Vince Gilligan's corpse. The members of the family who went on the trip then celebrate the $100. Overall, this B-plot did a way better job satirizing Breaking Bad than its Big Brother show counterpart. It isn't a direct parody, but that's perfectly fine. In fact, I absolutely love how unique and over-the-top this B-plot is, while also being a love letter to the iconic drama. To conclude, Family Guy's take on Breaking Bad was very bad. I can't even call it a parody, as it has nothing meaningful to say about the iconic AMC crime drama. I really wish it committed to the parody more, but unfortunately it ended up being a segment with barely any jokes aside from pointing out over and over again that these moments are tropes from crime dramas. After watching this one segment again, it made me not want to watch modern Family Guy anthology episodes. From what I hear from people I know online, the show keeps doing them, and that has annoyed quite a few people. Are any of these anthology segments better than this one? Let me know in the comments below. This has been Shade X, and I hope you all feel nothing but good vibes.